Back with another question about epilepsy. Since I'm dating someone that has it, anyone that has it, do you like always constantly worry about having one all day? Like my girlfriend said, she's always thinking about it. How do I help her stop thinking about it? Uh, you can't stop someone for thinking about it. To be honest, it's epilepsy. It's always going to be there on the back of your mind, if not on the front of your mind. Sometimes, uh, yeah, you just got to comfort her through it. Help her through the
Yeah,
moment. Support. Uh,
you know, the
tell her
best
it's
I
going to
can,
be all right. Like I said, yeah, just tell her it's going to be all right. Try to understand it,
yeah,
I guess.
yeah, the best I can say is, keep them active and like keep them. I don't want to say like the only word I can think of that comes to mind, but it's not what I want to say. Is like distracted, but like when I'm with my family and stuff, and I'm with my friends, it's still in the back of my mind and they remind, like, don't do this, don't do that, you know. But at the same time, I gotta, I gotta
Live.
live.
Right. Like, well, yeah, I'm thinking about it too when I'm with friends, but I'm always thinking, like, should I tell them watch out or should I just go about it? Because they know, but I don't know my triggers or the signs really. Just I wake up in the emergency room or I wake up after a seizure. I can never tell when it's coming. Once I can tell, it's too late. So, yeah.
Yeah, me neither. I was just meeting the new the guy who bought the house next door to me today, and I'm just like informing him, like, hey, I have epilepsy, you know, like just letting him know that. And it's like he hasn't even moved in yet, but it's like that's the first thing on my mind. It's like,
Right. I like that jersey. Big Philly.
yeah, gotta represent
Go
Phillies,
Philly.
my Phillies.
Yeah. How long ago were you diagnosed?
I was diagnosed in 1997. Um, I think my first seizure was actually in 1996, though.
Okay.
Maybe
Yeah.
earlier, but not sure.
I was diagnosed in 2005, I believe. Uh, so yeah, it's about to be 20 years real soon, if not already 20 years. I don't remember exactly which month, but I guess I'll say it's been 20 years now.
You got me mathing right here, right now. Let's see, I'm 42. I'm
It was in
42.
1997. It was
Yeah,
almost 30 years ago, man.
yeah, almost 30 years
Man, that's
with,
20
with
years.
only like a 3 year, as far as I know, because all I knew was the shaking part was the seizure, you know,
Right.
with a seizure, 3 years seizure free, you know. So almost 30 years, man.
Yeah, I posted the videos of me having a seizure. Uh,
I saw it.
Yeah, my mom was there, so I was like, "Hey, yeah." My mom, she's savage, man. She's like, "I got this." She don't panic at all. She's like, "I got this." Love
My
you, Bob.
brother was like that too.
Yeah, she instantly jump into action. She know what to do. Turn me on my side, and then she called me Sunshine. So she was like, "Come on, Sunshine. Come on, Sunshine." She's trying to bring me out of it. And yeah, if you seen the
Yeah.
last video, in the second video, like as soon as it was over, I just start snoring, just like that's how she knew I was back. She was like, "Oh, he's asleep."
Yeah, he's gone. He's good. He's good.
Yeah, I think she still woke me up and like let me know and all that. So yeah, Eventually, she started looking around for her phone. If you've seen the video,
Yeah. Let me see. Within my cases, it's always been if I was like with my mom or with my wife, they would like let me know, hey, you just had a seizure, but then they would like, help me get to somewhere more comfortable to rest, and then I'll rest it off for hours.
definitely. And since it was nighttime that time, I think I just like I think she had me maybe sit up for a while and just like get my bearings together. She was like, "Don't just go right back to sleep." So yeah, I think I got up, maybe got something to drink or whatever, watched TV. So I think she was already watching TV. That's why the TV was on, and I was asleep. Uh,
Uh-uh.
my memory isn't 100% sure, so I'm not even 100% sure if that's the story. But that I remember, I think I was asleep and she was up watching TV because that's how my memory works.
You
So
might have had a seizure watching TV with her. Who knows?
that's very much possible. Like I said, very much possible. You know how that memory go.
Yeah. I don't remember anything before. Like I remember one time I had a seizure. It was right before a therapy appointment, and it was phone therapy. And I don't remember anything before it. And my wife was telling me like I was cleaning the floor. I'm like, I don't remember that. But yeah, we had to cancel that appointment, and it was just like, yeah, there's no way I'm gonna make that therapy appointment. There's no way like I could stay up. I'm already tired. It's like the only time I usually ever want to stay up is because I want to hurry up and get out of there because I don't know
Right.
where I'm at. Is when I'm in the emergency room.
My mom is the only person who can handle it and not send me to the emergency room every time. She'll send me if it's something drastic, like maybe I hit my head or I'm bleeding or something, or I'm
Yeah,
shaking for way too long. But I think with the video that I posted, I was maybe like having a seizure for like maybe 40 seconds. I mean, that's bad, but after minutes, she gets worried maybe. But my mom never panics. My fucking superhero, bro. She jumps into action.
yeah. My family is all like that. My brother, he passed away 5 years ago, but he was that person for me. My friends are all like that. My wife was like that. In fact, I wasn't even a month dating. Like me and my wife were still dating, and we weren't even together a month yet. And I went into a siege. She was supposed to go pick up her son from uh his dad's house, but I went into a seizure, and she just came back and wait till I came through. And that's another thing is when your seizures start changing. It's like, okay, they're changing.
Right. That's like mine went from Grand Mall, and now I'm just focal unaware and I'm wandering off and stuff. Like I think I'd rather
Mm.
shake and take my chances than wander in someone's house and possibly get killed. Like, but
Like both are dangerous, but
both
yeah.
are dangerous. But the other one, I got better chance at someone standing their
Yeah.
ground.
I mean, you ended up taking a bus or a train all the way up to your old town and
Yeah, I
then
took three
came out of
buses and
it.
a train.
And I'm like, that could be dangerous.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was wondering like what did I look like on those buses and train? Like, was I just sitting there really quiet, or was I listening to music? What was going on? Because for people to let me just, I was lucky to actually reach my hometown. Like, I guess it was just like a mind thing, like telling me, you know where you're going, go to your hometown, even though I lived like not too far from work where I was leaving. But yeah, yes, I knew my
I was
hometown. My brain was still working. I just was thinking the wrong stuff, thinking go home. Instead of going home, I went to hometown.
Yeah, I always call that the subconscious mind, you know?
Yeah. Give me 1 second.
All right.
I got my good chair. Yeah,
Nice. Good chair, huh?
yeah, it rocks and all that good stuff. And I
Gotta get
can't
you
fall
one
off
of
the
those
sides
things.
because it has the armrest right here. Other ones, I fall
Yeah,
off the side and I'll be in between the bed and the chair. All right, 1 second.
I hate those seizures.
Right, I hate having seizures alone, but I can't prevent it when someone isn't always there or they don't have that someone.
Right now, I have my mom here and my sister here with me and her family, so I'm cool right now. So
Yeah, I'm good. I got my sister. She's here. Yeah, I got my sister. I don't have my mom or anybody, but my sister's here. And uh yeah, she's here. I got something
my
here. It says, what do you do when your seizure meds are suddenly out of stock? A couple weeks ago, I went to pick up my anti-seizure meds, and like always do, I go to the same pharmacy, same time every month, but this time they told me they didn't have any in stock and didn't know when they would come in. They said they could order it, but it might take 3 to 5 days. That's not really an option when the medication controls something as serious as seizures. I ended up having to call around myself to see if anyone else had it, but by the time I found one that did, they said they couldn't fill it unless my doctor sent over a new prescription. Even though I already had one, it made me realize how fragile the whole system is. There was no warning, no heads up, just we're out. What do you do when meds aren't available at your regular pharmacy? Do you have a backup pharmacy or do you call around every time? Is there a strategy you found that works better? It feels like there should be a way to check what's in stock before going through all this, but I'm curious what others are doing in the meantime, especially for time sensitive meds like these. For me, I think when I go to the pharmacy, I think, yeah, like some people say, tell them you need it because it's a seizure medication. Uh, but that's because I ran out. That's not because they ran out. So I guess I could go to a different pharmacy and then just be like, I need seizure meds for this long until I get another prescription or whatever the case. Yeah, I haven't ran out and the pharmacy didn't have it. Haven't went through that, luckily, yet.
yeah,
Fingers crossed.
I've been through one really bad case where I did call ahead of time to have it um refilled and it wasn't in stock in the city, and that was a nightmare. Um and I had to call my neurologist and like work with my insurance company, and like it was, but most of the times it's like, okay, I got, because over here it's like they won't fill it up until it's like 5 days before. Like if you try to fill it up anytime before that, they say too early, or they
Yeah,
won't let you at all, you know?
yeah. If I need another prescription, I just go to the emergency room and
Yeah.
I tell them I lost the bottle or ran out or whatever the case, and they'll give me a prescription. And then I go to a different pharmacy. But other than that, um,
Yeah, I'll call my neurologist. She's good with me. I'll say, look, I need a prescription over here because this uh like I said, well, the Walgreens that I stopped using, definitely I had to. Um I said they're not transferring it over to this place over here because it's a controlled substance, and like I don't live over there no more, you know.
Yeah, that sucks. The ones that I hear about, saying they're controlled substances, so they can't get them right then and there or whatever. I don't want to go that far to taking controlled substances, and yeah, gotta wait times and days. Or yeah, luckily I think it's California that's different because they always call me a week ahead of time. Your pills are ready, and sometimes I wait until I actually need them when I shouldn't do that. I should actually go get them when they say they're ready because then I'll have some spares. But yeah, can't always go to the pharmacy by myself, and yeah, even though
I do.
yeah,
I like
eventually,
taking that little walk. It's like that little free independence, but I let them know I'm going, you know. It's like, look,
yeah,
this is where I'm going. This is the route I'm going.
yeah, mine is about maybe a third of a mile down the street, straight walk. But yeah, like my doctor said, I shouldn't be walking anywhere. I shouldn't be going anywhere. I shouldn't even be sitting here alone because of the wandering thing I've been doing lately.
Yeah,
Wandering off. Yeah, but still, you have no one that's going to take you. You got to do what you got to do. I mean, I'm not going to tell him that. Well, he retired,
yeah,
so I'm not going to tell him at all. But yeah, uh,
yeah. I shouldn't be either sometimes because, like I said, I had one just trying to go get milk from the corner store, and I went down and ended up in the emergency room.
yeah, that's like the time where I was going to the store. And like I said, I went into that rehab and I told everybody that this is my house and stuff. That was crazy. And I don't know if I was on the way to the store or on the way back, but it was in between the store and back. And that's, yeah, I know people do that. And that's a weird thing. Anyhow, I was on my way back or on my way there and it happened. Worst case scenario, it happened.
Yeah, and you're unconscious. It's like, what? What?
Yeah, I don't know what that was. And I'm just glad someone else was there to know what was going on and know that my family is down the street or whatever the case. Because yeah, saved
The,
my life.
but the worst part is waking up in the ER and you're like, what? Where? Like, I was just going to the store. Like, that's the last thing I remember.
It's worse waking up in cuffs. Ever did that?
Huh?
You ever woke up in cuffs?
Nah, never woke up in cuffs, man.
Lucky you.
And that's surprising considering like where I live. But yeah.
Yeah, I think they said I was talking about committing jumping off the balcony. It was only second floor. I think I would have landed on a car anyway, but yeah, I can't exactly remember it. And I just remember waking up in cuffs. I was in panic. Uh, yeah, I think it was. I can't exactly remember the situation, but yeah, woke up in cuffs, both hands cuffed. They want to make sure you can't do anything to yourself. I was cuffed to the chair with both hands to my side, and like I said, I was in a room with other people just cuffed the same way. Some people were in there just going through it, screaming stuff like that, and then there's people who screaming tell other people stop screaming, and it was just chaos all the way through. I just told myself there's no reason to yell, and I'm not gonna sit here and start yelling and screaming with people. I'm not gonna say they're crazy, but some of them seem like they might have had something else going on, maybe like some withdrawals or whatever, and just panicking, or it might have been still up there. Yeah,
They might have thought you was an addict or something.
I'm glad they didn't. Yeah, I hate being treated like an addict, especially when I don't do addict stuff.
Yeah, I'm not an addict. But
Right,
when you live around that, it's like I don't want a can of Narcan.
right. They have Narcan you, no problem. Think you're withdrawing and all you're doing is having a seizure. Narcan you. I think that can kill you. I'm not 100% sure, but I heard about a few people getting Narcan. They're still alive, so. But
Yeah.
I think that could mess you up. I should say it's messed
Yeah.
up. It's messed up to go through it, but yeah. I got something here from the comments of that question about the medication. Somebody said my neurologist always had some sample packs. I just went to her office and got a 2 week supply. Oh,
Wow.
that's probably like one of those small towns. You just have a doctor, don't have the pharmacy necessarily. That's pretty cool, I
Yeah.
guess.
Here's a small pack. Maybe it could have been close to a holiday or something. Yeah. Sounds like a small town.
Yeah. I got someone else here who says they gave it to me at the emergency room, just like me. Like, yeah, if I miss a dose, I'm gonna tell them I missed a dose. They'll give it to me at the emergency room. I mean, I won't be in the front of the line because people are hurting. They ask you, "What's your pain? 1 to 10?" And I'll be like, "I'm not having pain. I just missed a dose." They're gonna call plenty of people in front of me and stuff like that. So that happens, and then I got someone else here that says, "This is why I hoard my medication when I can. I have a shitload of clonazepam. It's a med I only take when I need to be." You take
I'm on.
clonazepam?
Yeah, I got clonazepam. I don't know how you can hoard that. You got to stop taking it for a while.
I got something else here. It says my country has a website that tells you which pharmacy near you supposedly has the med you're looking for. So we called these pharmacies in priority. And if my prescription is too old, it doesn't matter because it's a life-saving med. So the pharmacy has the right to give it to me, even if its prescription isn't valid anymore. Lucky, lucky you. Nobody just gives me pills, old pill bottle refills.
Yeah.
Uh, yeah, and the thing about calling other pharmacies, that's nice to have a program or website where you can check out which pharmacy has it. It'll stop you from going there. But like I said, mine
That-
calls me and they tell me it's ready. But still, like if I needed something ahead of time and they didn't call, I like that you can check a website and see which pharmacy does because it's really convenient, especially for people like us, because those
Yeah,
medications are really necessary. Like we need those.
we definitely do. I hate being on them, but I know what can happen when you're not taking them.
Right. I know what can happen when you're not taking them, and it's not fun.
Nope.
I don't even like the thought of it.
You're putting it's like you're putting other people in in a situation they don't have to be to either, you know?
Hmm.
Like I'm here with my mom and stuff, and it's like my mom's 67 years old. She can't deal with me season.
Yeah, luckily my mom, she's pretty little, but as you see in the video, she handled that. She turned me on my side. I mean, she wouldn't be able to pick me up. Actually, I'm not sure. You never know. A mother that mother strength. You never know.
Yeah, you never know. But
She
like I
stopped
said
me.
in that,
She stopped me from rolling on the floor, as you've seen, because I was on the edge of the bed. I could have rolled on the floor. She stopped that, and yeah,
yeah,
I might have
I
to
always try to stay at the safest spot in the house, you know, when I'm not
always.
feeling good, I get dizzy and stuff. It's like, look, I'm gonna stay here and just check up on me from time to
Yeah,
time.
man. I get dizzy too much, too often. I hate it. Uh, Yeah, hate it. Bending over, standing too long. Uh, yeah, dizzy just because I'm standing too long, or sometimes I'm walking, I'm just not standing too long, and I'm walking and I get dizzy. Then I think, let me go sit down because I don't like this. And whatever I was trying to get or going to, I forgot once I started getting dizzy. So that's over with.
Oh yeah, it's like what's happening. You ever get those dizzy ones where it just like completely like I wouldn't say blacks you out, but it's just like it's like a blood rush to the head.
Oh, yeah. Feels like
Yeah,
everything just ran to the front and you're just like, oh, and it's just in the front. I know that feeling.
yeah, yeah,
Feel like it's coming. Sometimes it's coming, sometimes it's not. And that headache sucks. Like that posticle headache.
yeah.
Like I said the other day, I don't know if I had a seizure or not. I'm saying I didn't because the doctor said I didn't. I just had the posticle headache. No tongue chewed up, no signs of concussion in my head. They did MRI, CT, and whatever else scans they needed. Um, Lucky they did
Yeah,
all that same day.
I know with the grand mals, I can taste water, and if it I want to spit it right back out. Yep, I had a grand mal, but like the other day, I had a real bad headache and I was knocked out. She noticed I was knocked out. I
Yeah,
was like, I don't even know what happened because I was ready to start cleaning.
yeah. Once I start cleaning, I like cleaning. Once I start, I keep going. But sometimes I just don't have the energy or the motivation. Like I said,
Mhm.
once I get started, I can keep going
Yeah.
because I like clean stuff. You ever took topiramite?
No, I never took the pyramide.
Then yeah, this is something we can totally not relate to. So I'll read some comments. It says, has anyone actually stayed on topiramate during pregnancy after weighing cost and benefits? ETA,
Never
or
been
did you
pregnant.
find, or did you find out you were pregnant while on it? Stop it and switch to something else. How old? How are you and your kiddo now? Someone says, as soon as I found for kiddo two, I went to both my OB and neurologist and had them take me off that stuff. It's horrible for pregnancy and can really hurt you and the baby. My first kiddo, we didn't know I was pregnant for a while, so I was still taking the medication almost until the second trimester. Kiddo is fine now, but it was super scary when they immediately took her away from me. She was born with Bell's palsy and microtia. She's fine, happy and healthy, but if you plan or are pregnant, call your doctor ASAP and have them switch you to a safer medication. That sucks for
Yeah.
females, like to have to change medications for have to take
Yeah.
medication suck. But yeah, changing medications just because you're pregnant. I'm not gonna say don't get pregnant, but I mean like it sucks, like just having to just switch all the time. Um,
Yeah, I was reading through the comments one day and I posted it. I did that little circle and I found it. I'm like, in the UK, they have to sign a legal form and get a permanent um contraceptive done just to get their tablets for like what is it, Valporit?
Valparite or
Which
something
is
like that.
yeah, Valporit, which is I think is like Depakote and you know those things. And I'm like, what? Like that's an invasive procedure.
Yeah, I
Like
got
my
it.
wife used to have a IUD in her.
Is that like the thing in your arm?
No, it's the wife had the I don't know. It's like I think it's I don't know how to say it, but it's it prevents from like having the baby, you know.
Yeah, prevents her from getting pregnant. I knew
Yeah.
someone who had like something in her arm or something like that. I don't exactly know what it is, but we can't get pregnant, so I don't even know the name of it. It's just something she had in her arm that she said prevents
Yeah.
her from getting pregnant. I was like, all right, lucky me, or you, or however it plays out. Um,
Yeah. He had to go when we did plan to have our baby, like she had to go get it taken out of her. So
oh, you had a planned child.
we did sort of, and then it did like so what happened was when my daughter we planned for pregnancy. This is while we were still living in an apartment, and she just couldn't, like, she didn't get pregnant. And then when we wasn't trying to get it get her pregnant, that's when it happened.
It's always like that. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like I was with my son's mom for I think like like 3 years before she finally got pregnant. So I mean, it was a good 3 years. Then 2 more years after he was born. So yeah, good times. Yeah, it was some good times. I got something else here. It says sun sensitivity. I don't know if that's photosensitive, but it says, does anyone else get severe spills after being in the sun, like you have to sleep or feel hungover? I'm on Vimpat and I I'm on Vimpat and have been diagnosed with seizures since 2014. Oh, lucky you. I mean, not lucky you, but
Yeah. Yeah. No
not
one's
lucky at
lucky
all. That's
with
11 years. But I don't have them in the sun, but I could see how that would make me tired, I guess. I never paid attention to it, but I think being in the sun does kind of make me tired because usually when I'm
um
walking home or something like that from somewhere and I get out of the sun, I usually get right home and lay down because I'm kind of tired. So yeah, I would
I
say that,
know.
but I'm not
Yeah,
on, I'm not on Vimpat, so I don't know how that works either. But all these medications make you tired.
yeah, they definitely do. They make you tired sometimes. You don't even have the strength to fight them. Like, I'm gonna go to sleep. But as the sensitivity part, I gotten um I got yeah, sometimes I got tired because of the sun, but like it never was before. But the sun would hit my eye and it would just like be blinding to me. And I was just like, okay, that's new.
Okay. Right. That's what I was doing, like when I thought I was having precursors, but come to find out those hot flashes were seizures and stuff. I was like,
Yeah.
okay, well, this again.
Yeah. Like I used to work in a receiving at a warehouse and I was fine with the heat inside the trucks. And then towards the end, the heat actually started bothering me. Like it would make me more dizzier than I needed to be.
Yeah, I hate the dizzy part and I hate the ringing. Uh, I know I can't get rid of the shaking seizures, but I hate the ringing and all that stuff. The ringing, I feel like it's unnecessary. I'm just like, oh my goodness, sitting there for minutes on
Like,
end, just wondering when it's going to go away. Yeah,
yeah.
I got something here that says DAE, have insanely good dream recall. What's DAE? I don't know, but it says
Yeah.
DAE. I thought it's supposed to be AEDs, but it says DAE have insanely good dream recall. Since I've become epileptic, my ability to remember my dreams from the night before have increased dramatically. For example, a couple nights ago, I had a dream where I was my high school class's valedictorian and presented my speech. The next morning, I was able to transcribe my speech from the night before without a hiccup. It's like, due to all gaps in my memory that having seizures cause, my brain uses dreams to fill in the blanks. So, does anyone else have a really good dream recall? For some reason, I can't. I have a good dream recall. I mean, I can't.
I
I can.
don't.
I can remember my dreams, but I can't remember short term when I'm awake. But I can remember dreams. Like I don't remember dreaming last night, but I didn't think I remembered that this morning either. So yeah, but sometimes
Yeah.
I can remember dreams. Wake up and remember the whole thing.
Sometimes I will if they're like a really, really like bad dream or something that gets to me. But if it's just like a regular dream, no, I can't recall it. It's like,
Yeah, I dreamed about starting a podcast for weeks. Maybe not for weeks, maybe a week or two. Well, yeah, that's still weeks. Uh,
oh, it's not a dream anymore.
yeah, and then it was just like one day I have the dream and I'm having thinking good stuff. I'm like, well, I'm gonna do this, and this, and then I have someone the next day after I explain it to them. They're like, "Oh no, you shouldn't do that. That's not a good idea. You should do it like this, or you should do it like that. This and that. Blah 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 blah." And then I dream about them what they said was a bad idea the next time, and I'd be like, maybe they're right. So then I'm in my head the next day, like, maybe they're not right. Then I get my head together and I'm having that good dream again, good dream, and end up talking to my mom, and she's like, "Yeah, that's a great idea." Then I end up talking to somebody else, and they're like, "No, that's a bad idea." But when I do get people that say it's a good idea, then I'm dreaming all night about things I could add to the podcast to make it better. So I'm like, okay, I could do this and this. I didn't think about that, but I had a bright idea when I'm sleeping, and it stuck with me. And for some reason, like I think about it over and over and over in the dream, and then I wake up and I'm like, I should do this like right now. But gotta build up the people to come and the content. So been doing that. So
Yeah.
good so far. Pushing this awareness. We need awareness. Nobody's gonna hear us if we don't talk. Period.
Yeah. That's the big thing. We need the awareness. There's like literally, I mean, you got your epilepsy foundation, and I've been through websites, I've been through, Reddit groups and everything. And Pookie, you made this channel, and it's family.
Thank you.
It is family. It's
Seems
like,
like
wow.
family. Feels like family. Feels like a
It's like,
good family.
yeah, it's like the only time you can usually get epileptics together is usually when it's
In
like a
the emergency
study,
room. In
or a study like an EMU or something.
the EMU when everyone there has epilepsy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Only time to get them together. But got something here in the comments. It says, I don't have a great dream recall, but my seizures are heavily connected to my dreams. I'd love to hear more about this. That sounds really interesting. Uh, yeah, dream recall, I guess, is a pretty good thing. I mean, when I have good dreams, like I said, I had those ideas. So, like I said, I have the good part thinking of when someone tells me it's a good idea and I start dreaming of stuff to put with it. And then I have someone tell me it's a bad idea and I'm dreaming about why I shouldn't do it and how this is going to affect my life moving forward. Because I would get things like, you got to do this, and this to help your family. This isn't going to help you. This and that's not going to help you. Then I'm sitting there on some nights like, oh, they said this isn't going to help. What if I tweak it and do this, and that? And sometimes it works, but sometimes it's just a bad dream. And I'm sitting there wondering how to please this person and still go about doing what I want to do. Doesn't always play out well, but
You
got to
gotta
do what you got to do. Got to live.
you gotta work it. And like we saw on the channel is when you got the haters, you know you're doing something right,
Right.
because they didn't think about it first.
Right. Haters are gonna hate.
Yeah.
You ever take Briviact?
Yeah, I took Briviac. For a few years, before they could even get a what is it, the generic brand?
I never took it, so I wouldn't know. But yeah,
Like you could only get it one way. It was like the main way. And that was actually the one I had the problem with that, hey, you got to go out of town to get this. It was from a Walgreens. I was like, no, I don't drive. I had to call and like, not love, but the nurse practitioner in my neurologist's office. Me and her like sat down, like looking for places in Philly where I can like get to and actually get my meds from, because like that Walgreens was just giving me so much problem. And it's like, and they were giving my wife problems too. So it was just like, trying to switch up from this place.
yeah, I got something here. It says losing friends. This person takes 100 milligrams of Briviact. Doesn't sound like a lot, so. But then again, I don't know their circumstances. It says losing friends. Since my diagnosis, I've lost so many people close to me, and I don't know what it is, but I constantly think that I can't trust anybody. So I distance myself and I'm more introverted than ever. And if anyone tries to approach me, I don't really respond or try to avoid them, but I don't feel bad about it, not one bit. I feel at peace, honestly. I've been told that this is a bad thing and that I shouldn't do this, but it's been 4 years, and I really don't even know how to talk to people like a regular person anymore. My social battery is ruined. Anyone else have or had something like this? I wouldn't say my social battery is ruined because I could totally make friends. I'm a really friendly person. People
Mm-hmm.
tend to cling to me time to time. I've been told. Um, but yeah, I'm good at making friends. I wouldn't say antisocial or anything, but I could understand losing friends. Like I said, I once before, I've had people who were around who just stopped coming around as much, and you notice. It isn't
Yeah,
like it's like they were there for a while, and then eventually they gradually stopped coming around as much. Uh, or it's like I
yeah.
had a seizure and we were together. Uh, then I don't see you for a week, but you live down the street. Uh,
I wouldn't call her
They
like,
start taking breaks from me until they just take a full break and don't see me again. And then they call me when they need me and call for gas money and stuff.
yeah, I wouldn't call my aunt my friend, but it was like that when I was a kid. It was like, oh, he's got seizures. He can't come over no more.
Wow. I
Yeah,
haven't heard that one.
like
I wouldn't,
she didn't know how to take care of it. It was like,
I mean that's a rough way to put it. I'd more be like if you're gonna bring him, you gotta pay attention to him because it's
yeah,
scary or something, or I wouldn't just say don't come, but that sucks.
yeah. It was basically like that time. Like I was started having my seizures, and it was just like, yeah, she didn't, I don't like, she didn't say it like that, but it was basically like you can tell what it was, you know. It's like,
Yeah.
don't. he can't. And then I have family that, like my cousin is one of my best friends since childhood. I used to go to his house all the time and everything, and it's you know like,
Slowed down.
huh?
It's slowed down.
He's he's slowed down, but he's more like, he's got his own family to take care of, and I understand that,
Okay, yeah, that's understandable.
but I still talk to him from time to time. And then there's my inner circle where, yep, those are the ones that I never lose contact with.
Yeah. Some people I'd rather lose contact with. But anyhow, yeah, I have a family around. That's kind of my circle. Uh, some of my circle
Yeah.
isn't in my circle. Like my mom, she's a big part of my circle, but she's not here, like around me. But yeah, that's my circle.
Yeah.
My circle could fit in a hula hoop. Anyhow, one of the
Yeah.
comments
My inner
says,
circle is my mom, my sister, her family. Then there's another cousin that I have that lives like a few blocks away, and then my best friend and his family, basically. And like my best friend, I used to live with him for a while. I had a seizure right in his shower once, and he broke down his bathroom door to get me out. So,
I like good friends.
yeah,
Good people treat people good with epilepsy. Gotta
they're
love it.
always good.
It's hard to
Yeah,
deal
they're
with.
always good. They're always like, my friend over there. He's like the type of friend that he could be like your dad. It's like, you tell me how you're, you know, uh, ev- you better tell me when you're sick or not, or everything, or I'm gonna beat. You know, he's
Yeah,
gonna whoop me.
right.
But at the same time, he's got that heart. He's got that big heart.
Uh, oh, I was looking here at one of the comments. Somebody who has VNS and Lamictal and Depakote says, he said, yeah, I lost friends. I like VR. It's like a window into the world. You can interact with people like you would in a Reddit sub by subject or interest or activity. Another one says, I distanced myself too, but my friends didn't mind going out. They stayed at home with me playing games, Netflix, and chilling with me. Oh, good, good. Hey, I heard a lot of people say they still have good friends around. Yeah, I have one good friend. We don't stay close, but I can't wait to go
Yeah,
see him. Then I got
yeah.
my
I'm
cousin. He's like my brother, so can't wait to see him soon.
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 How's him?
I have a doctor's appointment, and then that's like a month away, and then I'm gonna go to his house for maybe a couple months.
Oh, that's the one you're coming over here for?
Yeah, East Coast flights,
Yeah.
say, say goodbye to the West Coast for a little bit, go over there and experience that bipolar weather.
Yeah, today it went from sunny to rain to cold. I don't know.
Yeah, I remember the
Mother
other day
Nature
you
didn't
said,
want to know what to want to do today.
yeah, the other day you were saying it was raining, and I was like, I thought it was always sunny in Philadelphia, like the show. But is it ever hot over there? Like, do you guys get hot weather?
Yeah, we get hot weather during the summer usually, and it's just this year it's been really weird. Like I remember last summer, I already had air conditioner on at this time of the year. I don't even have a fan on. Well, I have a fan on when I get hot myself, but it's like I don't even have a fan on right now, you know?
Yeah. So I
But
got something else. It says has multiple strong auras at my bro's bachelor party. Had to stop the beach trip to be taken home because I was almost positive I was about to have a grand mal. I feel so fucking awful. I know it ain't my fault, but fuck, man. Couldn't wait one more day till I'm home. I gotta make I gotta make the get together stop so I can be in bed and be safe. Normally, the shit doesn't bother me, but today it pisses me off. I effing hate this shit in times like this. You ever go through hating stuff like this? Yes. Um, I haven't been told that I messed up a situation, but I've heard of people saying that people told them, like the Grinch that ruined Christmas, like you just ruined my holiday or ruined my day. And yeah, in the comments of that
yeah,
post, somebody else said that, oh, my brother said I ruin his day every day. I don't know how old that person was, but yeah, that sucks to have someone say they ruined their day.
yeah, you ruin. I had a seizure at a overnight um sleepover once, and like I feel bad because I probably traumatized a bunch of little kids, but it's just like wow. It's like no, you feel bad multiple times, when you don't want to do that to people. It's like if the one thing you feel the most is probably like a burden, and you definitely will feel guilt a lot
Yeah,
with
the burden and the
epilepsy.
guilt. Burden and guilt.
And
Those are
even
those are
people
big things. Burden and guilt. It sucks
and,
just thinking about it. Just yeah.
and people will try to say no, 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 you're cool, but
Like the
it's
way you
still
said no, no doesn't even sound like it.
it's
Sounds
like
like you're just saying something just to hear me.
yeah, you're just trying to cheer me up. It's like
Right,
no, I still feel it.
right. Give me one sec.
I got
Hey, mom.
Hey, Sunshine, how you doing?
I'm all right. You all right?
Yeah, I just couldn't see.
Let me call you back in a few minutes. I'm doing a light podcast.
Okay. Feeling better today, though?
Yeah, I'm good. Just yesterday was a long day, but I was good.
Okay. Just checking on you. Love you.
Love you too.
oh, that should
There
rock.
goes. That's my superhero checking in on me.
You need that.
Yeah. So, like I said, support systems. Like, if you don't have it, I've heard people say they don't have the support system and they live far from their parents and stuff. I don't know what that's like. Like, I've had it since I was 16, so I guess my mom she's been there ever since. So yeah, yeah, she's been there. So
I feel like moms can even I don't know if it's just me, but like I feel like moms can feel it. Like not feel the actual seizure, but they they will understand it. Like parents will definitely understand it more.
yeah,
Than,
It's like I said, I forgot what I was gonna say, but oh, for mothers, like I hear a lot of women mostly say that they don't talk to their mothers anymore, but I hear a lot of men say they're still close to their mothers and their mother is their rock and all they have and all that. But like I said, most of the people who say they don't have their mom in their lives that I've been talking to were women. I don't talk to my mom because of this, and that. But yeah, epilepsy is a lot to deal with. I'm just glad I do have my mom around. Like she's my everything. Like
Yeah,
she helps me with my kids as much as she can. Uh, yeah. When you say my everything, I mean it. My everything. Like I need her in my life.
the stuff my mom's helped me with and everything, I'm grateful for her.
Yeah, like
I'm
sometimes I'll be telling myself, like, man, like epilepsy is bad, but I don't know what I would do without her. And I just tell myself, like, if I had to, I would just not step off that bridge, but because I have my kids, but it's just a thought, like, damn, what am I gonna do without her? Like, she's everything with a capital E. Um,
yeah, it's like you gotta. And I've been in a situation where I had to be away from mom from a bit, but yeah,
yeah,
it's like mom means a lot, especially I think especially to a boy.
I got something here that says spirituality. Hello, I was re-diagnosed with TLE, focal aware seizures, in 2017. I would guess I had epilepsy since my first diagnosis at 8. They said I would grow out of it, whatever that meant. In the late 70s, since being medicated, I feel like I lost my spirituality. I don't feel connected. Does anyone have that problem? Um, I was, I guess, when I earlier in my epilepsy, I was kind of in and out of church, and then I think when I moved away from the church that I was going to for a while, I just stopped going to church, and then I was just going through a bunch of religions, from Christianity to Mormon to I want to learn Catholic, and I want to learn some more about Muslim, and I also want to learn. I forgot what it was, but it's like forgot which one it is, but I guess you can understand. I want to learn about a bunch of different religions. I want to study religion because so far, when I've read the Mormon book and the um, King James version of the Bible, they seem like the same story. They're just kind of mixed up and stuff happened on different dates, I guess, or stuff happened before other stuff. So it's
Yeah,
kind of like certain stuff still happened because I can read this John 3:16 and all that, and it's still the same. It's just in a different spot in that Bible. So yeah, it's just a bunch of different people writing different Bibles, what they seen on different occasions. And I know those people weren't around when God was around. Actually, I'm not sure. I don't want to say that because I know God, my spiritual connection audience. So yeah,
yeah. I don't. I don't know. Like I didn't practice my religion for a while. We grew up Catholic and stuff, and I just didn't practice. I didn't like. I wouldn't say believe the Bible. It's just it's like what you said. There, it's placed in different spots. It's like I remember telling my mom once, it's like the Bible's written by man and I don't trust man.
right. That's what I think sometimes. Like I believe in God, I can say that, but
Yeah.
I don't like the account of a bunch of different people saying this happened on a different date or this didn't happen and this didn't happen. It's like, who do I believe? Like, all you guys want to say that God's around, but all you guys have different stories. Like, how many different people? just chose,
Yeah.
oh, this is going to be different. This is different in this Bible. He didn't eat this and he didn't eat that. So now I don't eat this type of meat or whatever the case. Um, yeah, it's a bunch of
Yeah.
different stuff. So that's why I want to study more religions and fully get to
I'm
know
I'm
more.
I'm getting back into religion myself. Like I'm realizing how much more God has been like with me, and Jesus has been with me.
Yes.
Um Especially after that big cluster seizure. It's like he was definitely there with me, you know, because it really did feel like, you ever had an out of body experience?
I heard of it, but I don't know. I guess I could explain it as the deja vu, or I've heard of people say the out of body experiences where they can see themselves in limbo. I haven't had that, but I've had the vibe like something is wrong and I could see myself and see that something's going wrong, but I can't exactly be out of my body and see myself. But yeah, it's an odd feeling, I guess. And from what I
Yeah,
heard, yeah,
it's
from
an
what I
odd
heard, it's just a
feeling.
really odd feeling and don't know what to do about it. And eventually it might turn into a tonic clonic or a focal.
Yeah, I talked to my therapist about it. The therapist I had at the time, about it, and it's like I could like remember seeing myself like sitting next to my wife, and it's like, and I remember this cluster seizure the most because it was the first, and I was conscious, and it just went on for hours. And I'm like, it felt like death was pulling at me. And afterwards, I really did say, like, this is how I'm going to die. And
Been
from
there.
that, it was like, once I came through, it was just like I knew there was that higher, like, it was God there with me, you know, Jesus and God. They were right there with me.
Right. That's what I feel like when I go through the wandering spells. I just be like, that was God there with me. I didn't walk into the street. Um, God
Mm.
got me to a bus stop and got me on 3 buses and a train. So I mean, he got me to
Yeah.
my hometown. I guess I got to a safe place because, like I said, when I came to, I was literally stepping off the bus, and when I
Yeah.
stepped off the bus, I was like, "Why am I here?" And I was like, "This is weird. I don't understand." And I was just like, "Let me get somewhere before something bad happens." Next thing you
Think
know,
of
I'm on
every
the
tonic
ground.
clonic you ever had, or I want to call them grand mals, but everybody else wants to call them tonic clonic, or
Man, I'm an
thing.
OG. I'm an OG. I call it Grand Mile.
Yeah, grand
Tired of
mal,
all these different terms and stuff. Grand Mile.
grand mals. Like, think of all the ones you had, and think of, like, that's what got me reflecting. Like, think of all the ones you had that ended you up in the ER or something, and you could have, like and I say this for myself, like, you could have seriously been, you could not be here today, and that's a higher spirit right there, you know. Someone's looking out for you.
Only God. So yeah, it was nice time spending time with you, Angel. I got to get to a few things, but yeah, it was nice, man. It was a great
All
time.
right,
We'll do this again eventually.
all right. Take care, sunshine.
I'll see you on Friday. Don't do that. You are not my mom.
I know. I just was messing with you.